Hey guys, Crappie Kirby, and I'd like to welcome you back to another great episode of Fish, Eat, Live. Today, we're coming from the incredible Blue Bank Resort, where it is the holiday season. If you don't believe me, look at this guy and check out these lights. The incredible Blue Bank Resort in Western Tennessee is the ultimate family holiday destination location. With more than enough lights to spark your whole family in the holiday mood, the Blue Bank also offers incredible food, numerous activities, tons of amenities for the entire family, which allows you to book some of the best guides in the country for an ultimate fins and feather adventure. Bluegill, crappie, catfish, they're all caught daily, year-round, and the ducks, well, they're obviously abundant. Call National Tournament Champion Jeff Riddle and get your behind to the Blue Bank Resort. Just an incredible fishery, not only for crappie, bluegill, channel cat, and ducks. If you want to go duck hunting in the winter, this is the place. Am I right, Jeff?
Yeah, they're not quite this tangy.
I do. Here comes some. Oh, look at that. 4 males chasing that one female and her babies. Only at the Blue Bank Resort. Isn't that gorgeous? So since we have determined that it is the giving season, we encourage you to gather those wives, kids, those loved ones that might need a great new gift idea for the fisherman who has everything. Get them around the screen right now. This is in your Christmas morning best interest because today we're fishing with the goats of the crappie world. That's right, the greatest of all times, Ronnie Caps, and then next week Steve Coleman, as they share a new style of fishing for crappie that you may not have even known existed and that would definitely make a great Christmas gift for you. Here we go. The Little Mighty. Very cool, from B&M Poles.
Yep, you know, it's a new product B&M has put on the market, and largely because of the technique that we're doing anymore with the technology, and there's a bunch of advantages. I think you'll see them today in using a telescopic pole.
Okay.
It's another option. It's another gun in our arsenal, if you will, for catching crappie, and I have really enjoyed using it. It's something different that I've really never tried, but and it's also just like the live scope. It's not something you're going to learn how to use on the first day you go with it.
It doesn't just put fish in the boat like everybody claims.
No, it takes some work, you know. Yeah. And but I'm telling you, it is a lot of fun to fish a telescopic for a few reasons.
Okay.
Fighting a fish with these light tips is an awesome little deal, but the actual slick, the basically pole without a guide on it, is one of my favorite things, where I'm constantly looking at my screen, paying attention to it more than I am my pole. And just because I don't have guides on it, I don't have to worry about that tangle that you do with a guided pole.
You're just sliding that out.
This, you know, everybody says, 20-foot pole, it'll take 2 people to hold it up. I can hold it with 2 fingers out there, and honestly, it's
wow.
That
is amazing.
It's very light.
Yeah.
That in itself means a lot to me too. But holding it on the very tip end,
wow,
with 2 fingers,
and
and I can hold it steady with 2 fingers, 20 foot away.
Wow.
That kind of shows you how light it is. You better try that with your rod, if you can do that. But at any rate, I usually don't ever fully extend that pole unless I need it.
Okay.
On the other end of the spectrum, if I want to retract the pole and catch one that is 2 foot from my trolling motor, I catch him just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can use the length to my advantage, basically adjusting the length to the fish versus having to move my boat, which is a huge advantage. So anyway, I'm going to rig it up and just let you get a feel for what we do here.
That's awesome.
And there will be some things that'll come out that I probably already take for granted that hopefully you'll pick up on and be able to relay to some of the fishermen out there that's willing to try a telescopic rod.
Nice, thank you.
Yes, sir.
How many caps?
Just taking this pole out of the pack, and one of the things you'll notice at the end is it has a screw-in plug that actually has a hole in it. It'll let water out if need be, but it screws right in the end of that pole. And sometimes, even though you tighten it down real tight, it will wiggle out.
Okay.
But for taking the pole apart, you have to take this off and bring the sections out backwards. But my recommendation would be grab some electrical tape.
Okay.
And just secure that little plug,
Gotcha.
so it will not get away from you. Because I have lost some, and it's a bad day to lose the plug in your pole. Just my little tip.
All right.
The little thread at the end, I'm gonna put a single. I'm just gonna put a single hard knot in that. It's almost not long enough to do. I'm gonna put a single hard knot in that if I can get a hold of it. And we're gonna just pull it down to just one single knot. That's it. Okay. I'm gonna get some line, whatever choice you like, whatever you like. I'm gonna pull a double loop in it, and I'm gonna do two overhands and pull it down tight. I'm gonna clip off this tag. All right, once I got that loop,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just basically create another loop.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna slide it. I'm gonna have a double security on mine. Some people don't, but I'm gonna go over the entire tip.
Okay.
Pull it down tight. Slide it down to the thread. Then I'm gonna do a half hitch over top of it,
Okay.
and that's behind the loop knot. All
Right.
Then I'm gonna go right on down to the
Material.
little knot that I've got, and another half hitch.
Okay.
And slide it right down to the very tip on the knot. Pull it tight.
How'd you learn that?
That's just how my granddaddy.
Oh yeah.
My granddaddy. We used to fish with cane poles, remember?
Yeah.
So cane. We didn't have this little thread on our cane pole, but
Got it.
a little tension on the pole as well as the thread.
Okay.
But back in the old cane pole days, the cane pole would have the leaf notches all the way down.
Uh-huh.
We would run the line all the way down the pole for a good ways, maybe a third or halfway, in case we broke the pole, because that was pretty common to break a cane pole back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's pretty much the system. The next thing you probably want to look at is the depth that you're probably going to fish for a good little bit.
Okay.
It's tough to fish with a telescopic pole on a ledge where it goes from 8 foot to 20 foot, and you're trying to fish, both depths.
Right.
That's the most tough situation there is for a telescopic pole. However, a flat like we're going to fish today, where it's 8, 9 foot deep, what I'll do is pull out exactly the amount of line needed to reach the bottom, and then I'll shorten it by about 18 inches.
Okay.
And so I don't have too much line that way. And if I need be, I can put my tip right down, actually in the water, if I needed to reach the fish a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So I do have quite a range, being able to see my bait, and it doesn't bother me at all to put the tip in the water, and or hold it up a little higher, just wherever the fish might be. But it's a whole lot easier to deal with exactly the amount of line that the depth is you're fishing.
Okay. And today it looks like we're going to be fishing around 10 foot deep,
Well,
9.5.
it's about 9 right now. It's going to be about 8 or 9 right in this area.
Okay.
If we have to move here in a little bit because of this wind, we're probably going to be down there about 14 foot. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
All right.
A lot. So what we're doing is going with just a simple split shot and a hook today.
And what we got on there? A little minnow?
What I got's a live minnow. It's very hard to beat a live minnow, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially with a big old fish. So we're rigged up. You got a split shot and a hook, and we're fishing downwind, couldn't be better. Got the brake out, and what we're gonna do is start looking. So
all right.
I usually travel with my pole about halfway
Okay.
out. I mean, just make sure it's far enough where if you're not paying attention, that it won't get your trolling motor.
Right.
That always happens to some people.
Yeah.
But it's pretty comfortable to have it halfway. I can either go closer or I can go way out if I need to. And it's just comfortable. And I kind of just hold it right on my knee, on my right knee, and that's how I travel. It's just very comfortable to sit here and do that. So let's see if we can find a fish, and I'll try to put it on him way out there first, or we can put it on him close, either way.
Woo, that's a big old graph, Ronnie.
You know, this is the 17-inch screen. Most people are getting at 86/16. This is an 86/17.
Yeah.
Little bit bigger screen, and it's actually a console mounted unit for a console. But I had Cornfield Crappie here to actually make a custom mount for that thing.
Yeah.
And it has been a super unit for me. I can tell the difference, so much difference in the view that I have.
Really?
They're pricey, but you know what? If you're going to spend hours and hours on end out on the lake, you just as well have good equipment.
Exactly.
So I migrated to this from the 1222. It was a fine little unit. I mean, we learned a lot with that thing, but I can do a little bit better with this, no question about it.
All right. Boy, it sure is clear.
Yeah, man. It has a little bit more processor activity in it, and there's a little fish by that.
It's like a school of them.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, on the bottom?
Yeah. Behind us over here. He's a little one. It's crappie though. Let's see if we can find a nice one. Oh, what's that?
Oh, there's a big old stone.
What is that? Get to zoom in, don't we? You ought to see it pretty well right there. This pipe got me.
Oh my gosh, it's right on his nose, Ronnie.
He ain't moved on. Yeah. There he is. There he is.
Got him.
So, he's a pound or so. What? This is kind of important. Forget the fish. Maybe he'll get off.
Okay.
When you do, see, I caught that fish with a pole pretty well extended out there.
Yeah.
And the way, people think they got to swing him in with the whole pole extended. That's ridiculous to think.
Yeah.
That. What you really want to do is keep tension on the fish, and at the same time, like I said, start from the big end and start putting your pole back where it come from.
Okay.
One section at a time. Till you get the pole. If there's at the 25, you get the 25-foot pole, you want to basically jack him right on in to where he's at a comfortable distance for you to land.
Yeah.
So this is almost like having a 10-foot pole, if you will, and the fish is actually at a comfortable spot for you to land. You just basically reach out and grab it. But you really need to put your pole back in place to land the fish, not try to swing the pole the whole length into the boat. So it makes perfect sense to do that. I'm gonna go for you. I'm gonna throw him out and do it one more time for you right here.
Okay.
So this is a 20-foot pole. I caught the fish pretty good ways away from the boat. I think I maybe had it one section in at that point. And when I caught him, that's way too far for me to be able to handle and land.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm keeping my tip tight, keeping the line taut, and basically putting it right back in place till I get him to a point where I can land him.
There he is.
And it's the same pole. It's 20 foot long, but at this point it's only 10 foot long or less.
Nicely done.
So that's kind of what we're doing with the telescopic or his landing. Oh, fat as he can be, man.
Look at that.
Just a little real foot fish.
Beautiful. Nicely done, Ronnie.
Yeah, it's a
no reel, just telescopic, get it in.
A piece of line and basically a pole. That's about the way we started out 35 years ago.
Does it take you back
40.
to your childhood doing something like
this?
this?
It really does. It's just another weapon in our arsenal for for basically trying to catch these crappie, and I really enjoyed the lightness, how light it is. It's so much fun in the springtime to get those big males on it and make them they'll whistle. It whistles, that line will whistle through the water.
Yeah.
It's music to my ears, man, when a big male gets on there in the springtime and goes crazy. So if you like to have fun on an ultralight tip, be sure and try the little mighty. I think you should just pick your own medicine. They come in 15 foot, 20 foot, and 25 footers. I've used them all. There's some huge advantages of that 25-foot pole when fish are real spooky, and basically you can stabilize your boat at about 25 foot away and catch him.
Yeah.
You might have to lean out a little bit with 25 foot with a distance of 25 foot, but you can comfortably catch the fish at 20 foot vertical and hold it dead still on him. It's just it's an awesome tool, man.
Without spooking them from the boat.
Without spooking them, from the boat.
Yeah.
Super shallow water. I mean, you can stay 20 foot away and still catch your fish vertical.
Nice.
So in heavy cover, it's the ultimate. I've fished down Louisiana in the tournament this year. The structure was absolutely thick as I've ever seen. Stumpage, basically. And what we were doing was using that pole at length to get to fish out there 20 foot away versus having to fight all the stumpage with a boat to get over to him. And by the time you did, you'd bump so many stumps you'd scared him off almost. It was that thick. But that telescopic pole was absolutely medicine for us down there. We just didn't get the right fish, man. And I can't wait to get in the right ones and have a telescopic pole in my hand for sure. So it's definitely worth a shot trying out. It's something that I'll always have in my boat, I promise you that. Okay, here we go. I want them to come out of the mud and come up there and get it, but I don't think they are. Let's see here. Oh, did he move in? No. A little bit further out. Okay.
Oh, here he
There
comes.
he is. Golly. You seen him? You seen him?
Yeah,
come
you
out?
got him.
So again, I'm gonna start putting my pole right back to land him. I'm just slowly, and now he's just at a few feet away. So that's pretty easy. People really have a misconception about using the telescopic pole. I just want to get that across. It makes life so much easier to have a telescopic pole, actually.
I gotta get me. Is it Mighty Light? No, a Little Mighty.
Absolutely.
Little Mighty. I
It's
gotta
worth
get me
it.
a Little Mighty.
It's worth a shot trying, I promise you that. I'm pretty sure you probably get hooked on one and have one in your boat about every time you go. I know I do.
And they come in 10, 15,
And
20,
25.
and
Well,
20.
we got 25. The 25 is the max.
Yeah.
I love that. That's actually my favorite because I got so much more range with it. Again, when you do handle them in a whatever, have a towel on your leg so you can keep that pole dry, and it makes it. Actually, you seem to have a little bit of sticky. I had a little bit of sticky problem, and it was because I didn't dry it off just a minute ago.
All right, you got to keep it dry.
So keep it good and dry, and like I said, don't use a lot of pressure to put it in place, nor put it back. And
Okay,
it works great.
Nice and smooth.
There's one more fish on that stump. I'll catch him for you. It's 14 foot. I got a 20-foot pole, I think. I'm gonna leave one section in the boat, and I should drop straight on that fish. We'll see.
Man, I dig that confidence.
Right there. Come on. You know he'd like to look at a lot of minute. He's wanting to get in the mud on me. I'm gonna retract.
Uh-oh.
Where he comes. Looking at it. Come on up there, Bubba. There he got it.
You got it.
Listen to that scream. Gosh, dog, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I love to hear that, man. Woo! The scream. Hear it?
I hear it.
Oh man, I love that.
That's a good fish too.
That's worth the whole price of admission. All right. So anyway, this year is a lot of fun to crappie fish. Try different things. I'm 55 years old. I've been at it for at least 45 years with my grandfather, more than that. I was fishing before I was 10 for crappie, and I never resist trying something new. There's no question I still like a cane pole and going down the shoreline and like the old-fashioned way, but don't be resistant to change. You know, try new things. Try the scope was one of the earth-shaking advancements in my world for sure. And I didn't refuse trying it. It took me a year or so to get tuned up on it, but I feel pretty confident at competing anywhere with anybody with it. I just need to get in the right fish. And the equipment that we're using in association with the technology, it's the same way. Don't be afraid to try something new. I'm in love with the telescopic end of the arsenal. I think that in the future there'll be some super advancements in telescopic poles, and simply because they're so light and so easy and so fun to fish with, and they're so adjustable.
Right.
So anyway, give it a shot, man. It's a little mighty by B&M. 10, 15, 20, 25 foot. You pick your medicine. I think there's actually a situation for all of them.
Yeah.
But so many advantages by not having the guides to actually bother you tangling up and getting twisted up around the guides is one of my favorite things to not have to worry about.
Right.
So anyway,
thank you.
Let's go catch another one.
8-time national tournament champ Ronnie Capps, thank you so much for showing me your latest, greatest way of competing and catching crappie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for watching Fish, Eat, Live. Our mission is to demonstrate the benefits of the Fish, Eat, Live lifestyle. We look forward to educating, entertaining, and attracting you to the healthy lifestyle of the great outdoors. We're definitely going to have some wholesome family fun on the water every Sunday at 6 p.m. So hit that subscription and that notification bell because we want you to come be a part of this.